Today we have LaShawn Peterson and Towanna Jackson here, and they're from Michigan. So I'm gonna let them talk to them about. Please share us a little bit about like where you are at and where you guys do your business and all the just a little bit of that.
Thank you, Simon, for having us today. It is an honor to be here, and we appreciate that.
Okay, so I am Towanna Jackson. LaShawn and I have been in business since 2016. I got my license in 16 in the Detroit area, and she got her license in 17, and that's when we formed our team with just our two people there. We decided to get into real estate in 2016, and that was 2 years after Detroit came out of bankruptcy. It was the largest municipal bankruptcy ever. I don't think we've ever had another major city that went through a bankruptcy like that. So we came into the market when it was down, but we were able to, through our mission statement, just move forward. Right now we are number 17 in the state of Michigan and number
6 on sides, and we are the #1 team in the city of Detroit. Like no one,
yeah.
Thank you. No one sells more real estate in the city of Detroit than Team Peterson Jackson. But when we got into real estate, in the city of Detroit, they probably were writing less than 100 mortgages a year in the city. And when we first started, we were mainly working with investors, and we were doing a lot of rental properties. And for myself, from my background and where I come from, I come from a family of homeownership. I never knew what it was like to live in a rental property ever. So I just, I'm like, this can't be right. Like it has to be a better way. And we happened to meet a community lender who changed everything for our business and help us, make some significant strides in the city of Detroit towards home ownership. Because when the crash happened in the city of Detroit, we lost what we call grandma houses. So grandma houses were, and it's something that I grew up in. I grew up in a grandma house. It was a house where everyone could come and gather, and if your parents faltered, they had a place to go. No one was ever homeless because we could always live in grandma's 6-bedroom house. And it was like that for the entire block that I lived in. Grandma and grandpa were the head of the households, and families moved in and out. But during the crash in the city of Detroit, we lost that. And then they had a whole tax situation where they were taking the grandma houses because people fell on hard times, and if you got 3 years behind in your taxes, they took your house. So it was a lot of people living in substandard rentals. It was just a lot going on. So Towanna and our mission was to bring back the grandma houses and to bring back home ownership. And that's what started this Team Peterson Jackson train. Okay, so what we started doing was we started educating our community on how to become homeowners again. We started holding workshops in churches, community centers, like anybody who would listen. We would take our community lender and her grant programs, and we would hold, these workshops and literally teach people how to become homeowners because they thought that it would never happen again because of how much they lost. And they were afraid because they lost so much. So we had to let them know that it's okay. We're here with you. We're going to teach you how, and you can do this, and you can start building generational wealth for your families, and you can get that stability back again. So we were able, through a program with the bank, with Flagstar Bank, who is our partner in community lendership, we have created over 500 homeowners in the city of Detroit through zero down programs. And many of our clients were taking like 25 cents to closing, $1.50 to closing. But this is like when we started in 2017 and 2018. But something miraculous happened with a lot of those families through the stability and through home ownership. They got stable, and it's like, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, they have decided we want to move up. You know, we want to take a chance. We want a bigger, better house. You know, we want better school district. We want this. So we have been really busy because a lot of our time home buyers that we created, now they're second, and we even have a few that are third-time home buyers. But it's all because of our community engagement and getting out and teaching people who never thought that they could be homeowners how to become homeowners.
So let's move forward to 2023 now, right?
Okay.
So let's talk about lead gen. So
Okay.
what's your number one resource? Your business.
Number one has started as, and it still is, Facebook. I don't say social media because our leads come through one social media channel, which is Facebook. And specifically, I like charted it all out, just LaShawn's personal Facebook page. We have several. I have one. I'm like, I got just as many friends as you. But her engagement through her friends, her coworkers, her everyone, just on that particular page, that's where all of our leads will come from. They love her.
That's fantastic. So let's talk about some of the thing outside the box of engagement you guys do. I know you guys just did a big event. This just happened.
Yes.
You can talk about that or any other events you want to talk about.
So we really like to get involved with the community. One thing about LaShawn and I is we have a family. We believe in family. So she has a larger family than I do.
Did we tell them we were married?
I did.
Okay.
You missed it.
I did.
So we have 3 children, 3 adult children, 2 grandchildren. So we're always centering things around what we can do not only for with our family, but with everyone else in the community. So we are very big sponsors because we have a son who was able to get to college through sports and scholarships. So we volunteer with football organizations, the local high school. And all they really want is money and to have our son come out and run up and down the field and the majority of our team, but we spend time with that. We also are a sponsor of a women's football team in Detroit, and last year, I believe they won the championship last year. It's women's tackle football. I was super excited about that because I have a granddaughter, and we went to a game, and it was blowing her mind. Nana, there are girls out there. I was like, isn't that amazing? We can do anything, you know? So we were super excited about that. And we get to put our banner up and take pictures and bring attention to the fact that there is women's tackle football. What else have we done? We did Trunk or Treat Sunday. A lot of the kids are, complain that, hey, not everybody's not giving out candy anymore. Halloween was like the time from as a kid up to high school, I was still trick-or-treating. They were like, I'm not giving you anything. Well, give me a couple pieces. So we had a huge trunk-or-treat event, and all we did was ask agents, lenders, title companies, bring us a bag of candy. And we all dressed up and stood outside of our trunks, had a DJ come out. A cousin of ours brought out hot dogs and hamburgers and
Tell them how many hot dogs and hamburgers you guys
Oh my God,
do.
so we did 460 hamburgers, 820 hot dogs.
That's a big crowd, right?
Big crowd,
Yeah.
big crowd. And then we had a dance contest for 10 and under, 10 to 16, and adults. And we gave little cash, very small cash prizes, but they danced their heart out for that.
So talk to us about, do you guys have someone who does that for you? Give us a playbook, like high level, highlights. Like how do you guys get involved?
How do we do all of
Yeah,
this?
correct.
So LaShawn and I, in 2019, we switched brokerages and we went over to EXP. And as you know, with EXP, we're very big into our downlines. And so we invited some members of our downline.
Right, our downline, we have a name for our downline. We're called the Real Estate Collaboration. So I think it's 165 of us right now. And out of the 165, like 140 of us are in the Metro Detroit area. So we're known as the Real Estate Collaboration. So we created a board of directors, and we all collaborate and work together to host community events and to throw big events that we can get the community involved with. So we do have help in that regards, but prior to becoming a realtor, I was also a event planner, like a party planner, That
Ah,
was
there you
my
go.
that was my side.
There
That
you
was
go,
my
right
side
there,
hustle.
right.
So I really do enjoy doing these events. But one way that I'm able to captivate an audience through Facebook, like Tawanna was saying, is that I know who I'm talking to. And a lot of people think that I just get on Facebook to talk, but I'm talking to a specific person. I'm talking to my aunties, and I'm an auntie. So that's what we call ourselves. It's women who are like between 40 and 60, that's in middle life, that have adult children taking care of their parents. They may have grandkids or older teenager kids. So every conversation that I have is on Facebook is with them, and it attracts them to me, which in turns, I get most of their business because they can relate to me as their, fellow auntie.
So, you guys been in the business since 2016, so 7 years, right? So, and you guys built a really powerful team. So let's say someone who just like started a year, 2 years, or 3 years, what do you suggest them to do? Like how to start it to get engagement, how to get involved with the community?
So, so the reason that I was able to get so involved in community is my father's a pastor in Pontiac, Michigan, which is about 16, 20 miles away from Detroit. Small community, small town, but everything was involved through the church. So after I got licensed, I was like, so hey, y'all, I'm doing this. The first thing they said was, you should come teach us how to buy a house. I was like, well, I just learned myself, but okay. And I asked Dad, I was like, Dad, well, open the church Saturday, and we'll come up, and then I'll bring some people, and we'll talk about buying a house. And when I tell you, it was like 40 people in there, and I was super scared because I just learned this stuff myself, and all they taught me was acres. I was in the class, and y'all talked about acres and how to stay out of jail, and nothing about buying a house. I had purchased a home previously. We had did investment properties, but like I'm in charge of your money. That was my money, so it was very, very scary for me. But I realized that I brought out the people who were hungry to my seminar, my home buying seminars, and I would say start there. Community organizations never tell you no. They never, if you're going to, hey, I want to teach some people something, they're never going to say no. So I said, well, let me find me some people who are hungry for business like me. Who would that be? And who would be involved in the home buying process? Lenders are at the top of the list. They look for clients 24/7, use me, use me, use me, and they have something called expense accounts. So they will buy you food at your home buying seminar, because I wasn't buying it, I just got my license. So they brought snacks. And Tawanna, don't worry, I'm gonna talk all about mortgages. Perfect, that's at least a half hour, right? Who else did I get that was hungry? Home inspectors. They love to stand up in front and tell you how bad the house can be, hire me. Okay, you bring sodas, so they did something, so they took up 5 or 10 minutes. Then I got the title company. Oh, yep, I'm looking for clients too, Tawanna, invite me. So I would always line my team up with, one, they have to be knowledgeable, and two, you have to be just as hungry for business as I am, because a hungry person is going to get the client out of the room.
And my advice is don't be afraid to create your client. Many people are not homeowners, or they haven't moved from their first home because no one is telling them that they can be or they can move up. So I will create a client, and I teach my team how to create clients. Anybody can, and a lot of people think, oh, if I'm a creative client, they're just going to buy a little house. No, we just sold a home to a veteran family, and it was $1 million home, but they didn't even know that they could buy this $1 million home with their VA loan. And so we informed them that, oh yeah, VA, you can, there's no cap on VA. You can use your VA to get this mortgage. And I just shared their Halloween pictures yesterday. And it was all because Tawanna and I taught them that it could be done. So we created that client. So don't be afraid to get out there and share knowledge with people and teach people how to buy a home and how to use their VA and their FHA and their, because FHA limits aren't low anymore either. So, get out there and create your homeowners.
Awesome. This is unrelated. We met at one of the mastermind. Tell us about one of the technologies you're using right now. You guys should have them on right now.
We do.
Talk to them about it. It's really cool.
So I like to get content everywhere I go. I don't have 1 million followers. I don't have, a lot of engagement as much as LaShawn does, but my reels go. And they go because I decided to purchase these glasses that I have on, and I can say, hey, Facebook, record. And there it is. Okay, so I'm recording you guys. Say hi. Hi, Facebook. So it is a Facebook technology, it's meta technology. It is incorporated with Ray-Ban. What I use them for, however, is when I do my listing appointments, and you're like, okay, so who's going to show me around the house? I'm not going to remember everything around the house, but these glasses will. So you have 30-second, 60-second clips, and then you know that it was tile in the bathroom and not carpet, because you can go.
The light comes on.
The light comes on, and the light comes on, and people know I'm like, what are those? It's a conversation. I'm like, I'm recording. I'm like, oh my God, take my picture. How do you do it? So it does become that conversation piece. They're like, you have a light on your glasses, and you turn and look at them like, oh, I'm recording you right now. Another thing that we do with our glasses, LaShawn and I have taken to e-bikes. Does anybody ride e-bikes? Do you have one? Electric bikes? Oh, you got one? Okay, we're going to get a gang and jackets and everything one day. So e-bikes, for people who want to ride a bike, but hey, we're older, our knees hurt. So you can push the little button and you're floating along. And I'll have my glasses on. And now when I'm riding around the neighborhoods and I do my update and say, hey, have you considered Farmington Hills, this particular subdivision, the Pebble Creek subdivision? There are 3 parks here, and when I was riding my bike, I decided to show you guys something. Let me know if you're interested. Contact Team Peterson Jackson. 20 seconds, upload it to Reels, upload it to Instagram, TikTok, and I'm done for the day.
People
Isn't that
love
cool?
the e-bikes videos. They love those.
So it's recording what you're saying. You can't actually see you.
It's not. It's recording you, not me. So it's what I see.
Recording what you see.
It's
Also getting whatever it is.
it's all audio. Yes.
It's really neat.
Yeah.
From going to from listing appointment, also when you want to do a quick 1 minute, as you said,
Yes.
Update of your neighborhoods or something you can
The
upload to a
schools.
video. It's easy peasy. So with that being said, as LuxeLife courtesy today, we actually give raffle off. Someone took my bag. 1 pair. Okay. Right here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is around lunchtime, we're gonna go around. Make sure you put your business card in here. We're gonna announce the winner for you, okay?
You guys want
right here.
these.
This is real. It's all, I love it so much. I have a pair, so it's really worth it, okay?
Well,
Yeah. Yep.
Ray-Ban.
So
Now,
it
there's
comes in
several
Ray-Ban
sunglasses
stories.
format or regular, so you can actually put prescription on it. So
Yes.
I'm getting one actually I can put prescription and become sunglasses as well. So all right.
And one of the things, see, we're in a content-driven world, right? So now you have no excuse not to create your content. And a lot of times, like I said, we ride our e-bikes, we walk through neighborhoods, and we'll just drive to different neighborhoods and take video, and then that's our content reel for the day. And it takes seconds to do, I say minutes to do it, because in the app, you can create montages and, it'll edit the video for you, and you just put your voiceover on it, and you're up and running with your content for the day.
All convenience. And
Thank you so much. This is amazing. So if you guys want to stick around later and talk to them about it,
thank you.
they're around all day. All right. So thank you.
Thank you.